We're in the middle of a global and national emergency, a pandemic, the likes of which none of us have seen before. We all need to take steps to reduce close human contact. That's how the virus is spread.
The first time I heard the word coronavirus was back in January 2020, and it was filtering out of this area in Wuhan in China. But like everything, we always push things to the back of our mind in the travel industry because we've just been through so much. There's nothing that you can throw at us that we haven't experienced before. We've had hurricanes, tornadoes, we've had tsunamis, we've had the Gulf War, we've had recessions, we've had September 11th, we've had ash clouds, for goodness sake. We have had more epidemics than you could write on a wall, and we still managed to get through them all. But this one was starting to get a little bit louder bit by bit. And it wasn't until I was sitting in a restaurant with my sister, who happens to be a scientist, and she told me that she was due to go to a conference in Singapore the following week and it had been cancelled. And I remember thinking to myself, wow, that's a bit of a knee-jerk reaction. I hope this isn't going to take hold, and I hope this isn't going to be a pattern. The following week I was due to go on my own family holiday to Lanzarote, and at the time there was no cases in Ireland, but there started to become an outbreak in one of the Canary Islands. And little by little I started to get more and more nervous about travelling, and you know, everywhere you went it was all anyone was talking about. And it was while I was in Lanzarote that the first case was diagnosed in Ireland. I remember being in Lanzarote, lying by this beautiful swimming pool in the gorgeous blue skies, thinking to myself, what does this mean, and where are we going to go from here?
COVID-19 has had the most unimaginable impact on the travel industry than any of us ever would have thought possible. Travel literally came to a grinding halt last March, and 12 months on, Sunway, like everyone else, is dealing with the ramifications of this pandemic. I don't think it's looking hopeful for travel to restart in early summer, but hopefully we will get clarity on a restart date soon enough. Otherwise we will look set to lose another full summer, which will be really, really difficult for travel companies to sustain. I mean, we're still changing and manoeuvring a lot of bookings in Sunway from 2020 to 2021, and that will continue for another couple of months. I mean, the administration involved in rebooking, cancelling, processing refunds is a huge task, but I mean, our staff have been absolutely fantastic managing these processes.
2020 was projected to be our best year in 15 years, and we were really excited. However, here we are in 2021, 100% down, sales refunded back as far as 2019, and rebooking people for the third and fourth time for 2022. It's like having a chocolate shop with no chocolate to sell, but you have to keep that chocolate shop open, and if you do manage to sell any chocolate, your customer will be fined if they eat it. Our offices are in the skies and the skies are closed.
Cork Airport was the Republic of Ireland's second busiest and best connected international airport, with connectivity to multiple destinations across the United Kingdom and indeed continental Europe before COVID-19. Last year we recorded an 80% decrease in passenger numbers of over 2 million people. I think it's true to say 2020 was a year like no other at Cork Airport. No doubt we have a long journey back.
There's still a lot of challenges ahead for us, but hopefully now that the vaccines are being rolled out and flexible booking conditions are available, that will give consumers the confidence they need to book their holidays. The travel industry, as you know, is made of really tough and resilient people, so we will all get through this and travel will reopen again soon. We just have to make sure that we're all ready for when that day comes.
We are very excited about 2022. There's huge pent-up demand, and we know it's going to be a bumper year. We need all the government support we can get to get through 2021, but with this amazing industry, our colleagues and friends all together, we will manage to get through this. So hang in there everyone, and roll on 2022.
The team here at Cork Airport acknowledge and appreciate and value the support of the Irish travel trade as we grow and rebuild our mutual businesses throughout the second half of 2021 and beyond as the vaccine rollout continues and hopefully travel recovers. Ultimately, our vision is that the network out of Cork Airport in years ahead is not just the same as it was coming into COVID-19, but over time is even bigger and better than it was before it.
A quick joke, but one with a moral. Guy asks the lawyer, how much do you charge for 3 questions? The lawyer says 500 quid. The guy says, God, that's very expensive, isn't it? The lawyer says yes. And your third question is? Moral of the story is that we as an industry have not valued ourselves for way too long. And if we've learned anything from the last 12 months, it's that the current model that we work under is broken. We need to fix it. We need to reinvent ourselves. We need to start valuing ourselves. So let's take the opportunity now, folks, before the rebound happens, to get our show together and start making money as soon as the rebound starts. Thanks.
I can't help but be excited about the next couple of months and years ahead of us. Why? Because we've just weathered the biggest storm we've ever had to come through. We are starting to see a vaccination rollout across Ireland and Europe and the world that will allow countries to open again. It will allow planes to get up in the sky. It will allow us to see cruise ships sail in those open waters again. So let's get back to what we do best as travel professionals, and that is literally selling the best experiences in the world, selling the joy of travel, the love of travel, educating people in the world. And let's get past this hump and look to the future, because there are brighter horizons ahead.